Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be having a look at this car. This is a 1991 Ford EB Falcon. I believe it's the first year of them, so I'm not too sure. Since it's a 91 EB, this has the 3.9 litre CFI overhead cam inline 6, so not the 3.2 but the 3.9. They did come out with the 3.9 multi-port injection, but that was on the Fairmont Fairlanes. Didn't really come out until what, 92 on standard old cars. So let's walk around here. I brought this car in 2020 before COVID got terrible. Got it from my cousin who owned it before me. It didn't run when he brought it here. So he brought it here to fix it up, but he never did. So I got it off him. It's a alright car. It's got the BTR 4-speed automatic. It's got 14-inch wheels. It's got some dents here because, well, Ford would expect, and plus it doesn't help when you get angry half the time. The things I've done to it, well, I got it going last year because, well, I couldn't get it going till last year. Got it going last year. Painted the rims, coloured the letters, which have gone yellow, which is sucky. Changed the mud flaps, put some XF style mud flaps on it. She has a bit of rust here. She's terrible on this side, but on the other side it's not too bad. Pretty alright this side, but it actually goes into the boot, so it needs to be repaired. As you can see by all the silicone here, she leaks. I still need to put some around this corner here to stop it leaking, but it just leaks. I just can't figure it out. So it's a GL. That's how old it is, before the GLI. I think this is a factory trailer plug, but I'll put it on the outside, even though the indicators and stuff don't work. Tow bar and everything on it. The glass is in pretty alright shape, surprisingly. Cap's missing. Yeah, I find these first generation EBs strange because it's not an actual cowling. Like, you open up the bonnet and it's just big open holes. Now, this to some of you, if you're not from Australia or New Zealand, Australian only, New Zealand only car, but this car has something special that I've done to it. We'll get to that in a minute. So it's old enough to have the XF style, or some sort of old school style lock in the doors there. It's got the 4 lock pins all the way around. The boots, however, it's got the ignition key style, so that was different. I redid the exhaust. That's off a XF, and the front parts, not XF, bloody EF, sorry. And the front parts of an other EF because I blew the muffler out. You got obviously the typical faded paint and cracked paint. This paint color is crystal mint green, which apparently it's not very common color, I've been told. Not a great color, but not common. It's got the glass headlights. Obviously that one's no good, and same with that one, but yard car things. My old cheapo light bar. And again, guys, nothing special, and I'd like to apologise for not making a lot of videos like this. Like, I've been doing a lot of things. Life's been absolutely crazy lately, but I'll try to make videos like these again. I hope you guys had a good new year and everything, but like I said, hopefully this year, 2025, will be a good year, and I'll try and get the confidence up and make more videos. Like, I work on cars. Like, I got this car going, thought about making a video of it, but me being me, I just jump straight into something and I forget to do it or don't really want to do it, but I'm going to try to do more videos. Yeah, tires are good. Yeah, this is the factory wheels, Australian made rims, which is, I think, pretty cool. I just chucked these caps on here and outer rings when I painted the rims. El Cheapo paint, everything. Tires are date coded for 2012. And I think these rear tires here, these blue streaks here, I think they're date coded. Let me find a date. Oh, I don't think this one has one. But I think these rear ones date coded for 2010, so they're old. In another couple of years, they'll be 20 years old. Like I said, it's a pretty straight car, then all the dents and bangs and scratches, but it's got some rust here and there, and on the other side, fixable rust, but it's an old EB. But everything surprisingly almost works on it. It's just got no horn, no indicators. But headlights, tail lights, reverse lights, stop lights are great. Stops really well. Like, I think my cousin uses it as a skid pig. But, oh well. I've been using it around the farm here. I did got something else going, so I probably won't use it as much, but I'll try to use as much as possible. Cracked the tail light by mistake, but pretty good. Like, these popped off on me, the reverse light colour, so I've used some white silicone to seal it off, but obviously you see how that's gone. It's cracked it up. And now, before the electric lock whatevers, it did have a locking cover on it, but don't have the key for it, so that's been changed. So now, get to the special part of the whole car. This is the 3.9 litre. As you can see, there's no 4 litre badge or anything. And you look on the right there on the head, 3.9 litre. So it's before the 4 litre, but very, very close to the end of the 3.9s. So now, to an untrained eye, this looks pretty normal. But if you're Australian, New Zealand and a Falcon guy who's really knowledgeable in these cars will notice, hang on, that's EF, or not EF, bloody hell, EXF air intake system, and not the big old tennis racket they'll hook up to here. Well, that's because that there is a Weber ADM 34 out of a late 80s XF Falcon. Yep. Did the old carb swap on it. And again, sorry for my stuttering. It's been a while since I make these videos. But yeah, I did a carb swap on an overhead cam Falcon, and shockingly, it goes really well. Now, there's a few things I did. It's carbon oil because I had to do the timing chain tensioners because one was broken, so I had to did it. It still makes that little rattle noise, but not as bad as it used to. But yeah, should be fine. If she goes, she goes. But it's not really in the world. I moved the ignition module out here. You see my crappy wiring, my ground, and my powers right there to the dizzy. I did that so that way it wouldn't get as hot where it's sitting, because the flow of the fan will help keep it cool and it's not going to get as hot on the dizzy. It's got a cheap Temu fuel filter on there because, well, I didn't have a fuel filter on it for a while. The coil pack's there. Your idle shut-off is, I still got the idle shut-off. It's hooked up into the, if you can see it, the choke, and the choke's hooked up into the radio fuse. So every time you turn the key on, it'll give the choke 12 volts, give that solenoid 12 volts, and it runs pretty well. Oh, since I messed around with the timing chain, I did have to remess the timing because it was off about a little bit. So how I did it was just move the carb on the side a little bit so you can see it's not, if you can see it's not centered. I got one factory carb stud and the other 3 are carriage bolts I cut the heads off and added more threads to. So it's just hobbled together, but it runs well. I use a lot of silicone and all that. You'll be surprised, it does run pretty well. You got some random vacuum hose there. You got all the plugs and that there for the CFI injection unit that I still have. That's hooked up into the air cleaner. That's hooked up in the intake. Got our cheaper LED lights. These blue wires here for the light bar. That's how you just wire it up without a kit. All the belts and pulleys still here, so AC doesn't work, so sad days, but who needs AC half the time? Still got the O2 sensor in there. It's got a slight master cylinder leak, but brakes are optional at this point. Your diagnostics ports for these cars, which this thing predates OBD1 somehow. See what I mean by a big open hole? So like anything can get in there. Alright, another thing I forgot to mention, wipers don't work, but I'll get into that in a minute when I show you the interior. So here's the fin plates and everything. 91. Engine, D, trans, W. I don't know what they really means. October 91. So this car is 30 years old with an older carb on it. So yeah, to a lot of people say, oh, why the hell you put a carb on it? It's like, well, I couldn't get going on the 3.9 system, so I just did what I want to do, put a carb on it. Yeah, everything's good, cooling system's good. I did put this hose on here, because if you don't know, on these ECUs they have the hose coming out here, then I think a hard corner out, then another hard corner in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, search up EA, EB, ED engine bays and you'll see what I mean. But I put this EF to AU hose on here because better flow. I think it's better flow. So got the old clutch fan in it, which is cracked but still pretty decent, so I'm gonna go change it. Thought about it, but yeah, hobble together, but it runs. Now you probably think, oh, since this thing was fuel injection, it would have had the high pressure pump on it. Yes, it does, and it worked well. But it worked so well that it flooded the carby and was a pain in the bum to start hot. I literally changed everything to get it run properly. So, to fix that, I got to lay on the bloody dirty. Right there, an El Cheapo fuel pump from Temu, and it's hooked up to the factory pump harness on the car. So you turn the key on, the pump will prime, and it runs when the car's running. It's just earth right there. That red wire's hooked to that blue wire and run up into the boot for the fuel harness. And it's in the area where the fuel filter used to be. So that's the outside of the car. I'll do a quick inside view of the car for you. Nothing really special in these cars. Like dirty seats, cracked center console, cracked dash like they all are. Nothing special. Poverty pack cluster. XE steering, XEXF steering, because why the hell not? The keys, so the ignition switch from this car was buggered, it was jammed, so I got it out of another car. So I got ignition key, boot key, and door keys. But the electric boot latch does work, but sometimes the boot jams, and I don't know. Sagging headliner, did change that. Typical T handlebar for the auto selector, nothing special in here. Cracked original radio. Well, it's actually not original radio, just original faceplate plate. Yeah, all this seems to work. No AC though, like I said. Lights do work, and if you notice, there's no indicator windscreen wiper stalk. Well, I had to delete it because it never worked, but I got it working. Those are your high beams. So you turn your lights on and you flick that for your high beams, and it does work. When that works, nothing in the ashtray. I did give this car a huge clean, so. And again, guys, I apologize for my rambling. I'm trying to fit this in one video. The rear seats are alright. No rear speakers. That's how poverty pack it is. Plastics are alright in a lot of places. Missing its backrest. Match backrash. Power economy mode switches. Everything's here. Change that. And I'll start this up for you. Hear that clicking sound? That's the fuel pump. There we have it, guys. An EB Falcon with 3.9 litre running on an XF carburetor. That sound you hear into the PVC valve, but look how nice it's running. Oh, other than that few stumbles, but it runs good. Once she warms up, the stumbles are gone, but the stumbles are there because I messed around with the timing. I don't know why she's stumbling today, but once she warms up, the stumbles disappear. But like I said, it's not perfect. I didn't spend $600 on a bloody Oz Speedway intake or more money on a bloody carby. I've done all this what I had lying around, so not bad. I know I probably could do better, make it better, go better, but as it is, it does get up and go. Anyway, this video is not going to be very long. I ramble too much in this video. I better leave you guys alone. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'll try to make more videos this year. I hope you enjoyed my masterpiece. Yeah, masterpiece. And again, guys, I hope you're having a good year so far. If you're in LA, I hope you guys are keeping safe. Thanks again for all your support, and I'll see you around in my next long form video. Thank you. See you next time.